Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and welcome back to Find Love or Die Trying. We definitely died once and I'm really confused as to where the story is going because we're dating the other three girls now. And we have 10 days to do this dating and I'm not sure where this is going to go. The forest to the north of the house was as serene as could be. With each step forward I felt the soft earth give way beneath my feet and the wind caress my skin. Green as far as the eye can see, and her in a flowing white dress stand in the middle of it all. Hey there, Flare. What you doing all the way out here? I was looking for you, Yuri. I was hoping we could spend some time together. Then consider me the luckiest girl in the whole world. Why are you so like that? Yuri had cutest giggle, the kind that instantly put a smile on your face. One's face, our face. Well, you found me now. Care to join me for a walk? Well, I'd like that, yeah. Thank you. And here we are, definitely. We start to walk down the forest path together. And I couldn't help but be fascinated by her hair flowing like water in the wind. I don't remember, but I'm from way out in the country. I grew up surrounded by animals, nature, you know it, so basically you're Snow White. It was just me and my grandma, okay, yeah, definitely Snow White, my two little brothers, and the alpacas, and my bunnies, Bun, and the chickens, and too many farm animals to count. To answer your question from earlier, nature takes me back home. Do you still live there? Yep, wouldn't have it any other way. Lovely smell of fresh countryside. Though I had moved to the city for a bit way back when. You know, that's when I met you. I don't remember. How do we meet? Well, you know, one thing I hate about the city is that everyone's in a rush. People just walk by each other as if they're obstacles to get past instead of, well, people. I came to the city alone, didn't know left from right, afraid of the claustrophobic environment that is a big city, and I got lost. I swear every building looks the same. Yep, definitely. You can say that again. I tried to ask people for directions to where I would live, or where the school was, but no one would give me the time of day. Except for you. Did I? I helped you? Yeah, you didn't even know me, but you took the time to help me figure my way around. Gosh, I'd never been so embarrassed in my life. Why were you embarrassed indeed? What's with that overly cutesy impression? You know, shy. We found out later we went to the same high school, but we never talked too much after that. I'm sorry about that. Oh, it's not your fault, Flo. I had to move back home pretty soon after anyway. Well, I'm happy I'm getting a second chance to get to know you better, Yuri. I feel the same way, Flair. You're just like how I remember. What's with that overly cutesy face again? It's like you're trying to hide some kind of dirty, dark secret. Oh dear. Well, actually, the whole trying to date 5 girls at a time thing came out of nowhere, but life is full of surprises, I guess. It shouldn't take long to remove them from a... Okay, so you're definitely a yandere then. You're the most yandere-like character out of all of them. So, what did you say? I couldn't hear you. Just a little joke. Yeah, I was just saying I'm so happy to see you again. Thanks. Here's to the future. We spend the rest of the day taking in the nature and making up for lost time. Apparently, I was always ending up in trouble back then. Apparently. I'm still not given any concrete in detail, though. I guess not much has changed. Something about Yuri made it so easy to open up. I found myself almost telling her the truth about the show several times. Yes, about how we're gonna die. I mean, how I'm gonna die. We're gonna get locked up in some kind of chamber, which I didn't know about. And Kat is the orchestra of all of it all. Even though I couldn't tell her the whole truth, I could tell her just enough of what was worrying me to make me feel at home and at ease. Whatever's getting you down, I'm sure it'll all be okay. Oh yeah, in some other cycles we've been through, you're gonna see at the very end of it, it is all but okay, okay? No matter what, I'm on your side, Flet. We've just met. Technically on this island, we just met. I helped you in the past, but we just met technically. in the game. But still, there's always past tense that needs to be put involved in these kind of games. I stumbled back to my room and plopped onto my bed. Who'd be coming at this out? Okay, cat, I want you to get out of here because I don't want any association with you anymore. I shuffled over in a haze. Hey there, Flare, sorry to bother you this late. It's alright, what's up, cat? Don't mind me, just gonna make myself real comfortable, yes, on the couch. Why are you being friendly towards me, cat? I don't want anything to do with you. I really gotta get one of these beds for myself already. Thanks. I closed the door, then sat facing her on the opposite side of the bed. So what brings you here tonight? Can't stop thinking about me. You wish. Unfortunately, it's my job to help you survive until the end of the show, and also your job to end our lives, for goodness sakes, cat. And that means checking in with you every night to see how you're doing, and making sure you're doing your best on ratings. That's nice of you. Thanks, cat. Well, to be honest, I don't have a choice. Find a new person to take your place would be a recruiting night. Okay, we've already been through this dialogue. Anything else? Back to what I'm here for. Your date today with Yuri was a ratings knockout. Really? People can't stop raving about your date with Yuri today? Thanks. I mean, mostly death threats because they'd want to be in your position. Because Yuri is so overly cute. But nice to know that the outside world is safer than here. They're just jealous. Most people would dream of having someone like Yuri to be their soulmate candidate. Really? Then again, it's no fun if this is just the Yuri show. We need more drama, betrayal, romance. Tomorrow, I want you to find who your second soulmate candidate is and ask them out on a date instead. No, I'm just going to go with alright. I'm not going to mess around. Alright, sounds good to me. I would have expected you to want to spend more time with Yuri tomorrow, but I guess you understand your situation. Shut up, cat. You know what's going to happen in the future. It doesn't matter what I do, I'm always going to end up in purgatory, so I don't know why you're helping us here, for goodness sakes. You and your stupid TV ratings and all that. I wouldn't care for it. Without those ratings getting higher and higher every day, they'll axe the show and your life with it. Look, I don't care if my life is axed, but as long as the show is axed, I don't care. I guess it makes sense in some warped way. I'm impressed at how well you took that, yeah. I'd almost think it wasn't your first time on a life or death killing dating show. Yes, this is possibly our second, or because we had the dreams, our third time doing it. And technically speaking, I'd like to have a theory on board here. When we start the game, it's our second cycle, with the first cycle being only 4 days. We'll choose only one partner. Well, that partner is Kat. And somehow she took over as the host of the show because she was proposed by Damien that we will keep your life intact as long as you continue with the show, because our previous host or hostess decided to try and leak out some information about this TV show. So yeah, that's what I think we're in. Well, that's pretty much what I need to tell you. I wonder if this game in any way is inspired by Doki Doki Literature Club, because there is some dialogue changes even though there is a cycle change. It's getting late and we've both got big days tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. What I mean by cycle is events that transpire at specific points in time, and then those those events recurring back to a particular point, and then that cycle begins again. Like a cycle is like a set of specific events that happens, and then when you get to the end of a cycle, it loops back to the starting point of that cycle. So in this case, we have started the cycle again, but there are events here which are much different because of possible flashbacks from previous cycles. Anyways, enough me rambling. Night, Flare. Good. She was gone before I had a chance to finish. Aha, she's self-aware of this. Guess it's time to call it a night. And the sound of waves. Oh gosh, this again. I can hear her call out to me within a dream. It's you. Again with this. I love you, Flare. I always will. And I always love you too. My mouth moves on its own. Even if there's so many other women on this show, they could never be you. I held her tight and kissed her. You promise? I promise. Promises are unbreakable, you know. That's what you told me. I meant every word I said. She smiled at me. You better have. Your face is becoming clearer to me with every day that goes by. I know you're here with me, but which one are you? Which one are you? Every morning the girls and I decide to hang out in the garden outside the house. Oh wow, there's all kinds of flowers here that I've never seen here before. Indeed. Really? You never seen a tulip? Grandma and I Grandma and I only grew high climps back home, so no. So grew was in there twice. Grandma and I only grew only. One of the two, but not both. Not even. Tara. There's no such thing as growing tulips on the internet. It's just adjusting data so it looks like you're growing tulips. And I thought I had to get out more. I can't believe it. The only flowers I ever work with are Venus flytraps. What do you do with those? Well, we do a lot of experiments at the lab. Don't you ever find yourself thinking, wouldn't it be cool to make a Venus flytrap that could walk and talk? No, because the day that they can walk, the humanity will be in danger. It's better that they stay rooted back in their roots. Literally never. It's whatever. Why is it? It's capitalized. She ran away 2 years ago. Who ran away 2 years ago? Both my neighbours lost their pet cats the same day too. Okay. I miss you, Fluffy. Wow. I've seen that pet name a lot of times, but still, it's a cute name. You sure they were lost? Tea is ready. Thanks, Spider. Indeed, thanks, Spider. I got a cup for everybody. The aroma from the tea really worked up my appetite. I have prepared some treats for us as well. Please enjoy. We spent the rest of the morning eating delicious treats and sipping on delicious tea, as we theorized what might have happened to Fluffy. Where's our running girl? Personally, my money is on the felines being the culprit. Every cat I've met, I get what you said by that, because you spell it the same. Catherine, cat. Two different ways of spelling Catherine. Only one way of spelling cat, though. Every cat I've met has had a nasty surprise up their sleeve. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Where were you, Auden? There you are, Flare. No, cat. I've not been looking for you, okay? I've not been looking for you. I don't want any association with you. Again. Cat moved in close to whisper. Not like you really have a choice, but shut up, Cat. So without further ado, Flare, who's the unlucky girl? I'd like to spend some time today with, you know what, we're gonna go gaming. Terra. Alright, our work's cut out for us. Give us a minute to set up the scene, then go find her. I wonder... As I walked closer and closer to the games room, I could hear people screaming bloody murder. Help! What's going on, mate? You're not going anywhere. Take him, I'm too young to die. I rushed inside as fast as I could. And, oh, these brothers. What kind of brother would sacrifice his own flesh and blood to survive? Life is tough, Buttercup. No! I'll save you, bro. Bro. Gosh. It's the heroes that die first, you know, yeah. Unfortunately so. Bro! Where was I? Oh, right. You're vanquishing everyone. 1 down, 2 to go. Get over here. They were playing a fighting video game, and obviously Terra is like one of the top 5 best players of the game. They're playing a fighting video game. Oh, sup, Flare? Give me a second. I've got to do a bit of pest control. 2 and 3. Kill him first. And there they go. And alright, you're all lost fair and square. You say that now, but of course we know what's gonna happen in the goddamn future. Is that a PSP you're playing? Or even combine a Nintendo Switch with PlayStation controls? And also you say square, there's a square on the controller. As promised, you guys know what you have to do. You'll have to do 100 burpees jumps each for 5 times over. The brothers 5 groaned as they each put on some kind of futuristic helmet. Wow, you're incredible, Terra. Indeed, you're incredible, Terra. You decimated those guys without breaking a sweat. I do make a living doing this, believe it or not. Though lately it's been a little boring because there's been no competition. Why is that? It's just same old, you know. But I do have something new in store, if you're down. I'm down, definitely. The energy! I'm down for anything. Good. I'm just gonna need you to put on this non-suspicious at all headset. You know, if you say that, then that is definitely suspicious. Tara picked up a helmet from behind the couch and placed it on my head. This won't hurt a bit, don't worry. It's both suspicious and will hurt a lot. Wait, why would it... It was like lightning ran through my head. Where? I'm in some kind of forest. Is this some kind of simulation? Whoa, Flare, you're here too? Where are we? I want to go home. Oh, stop whining. You're just in a video game. Come on, this isn't the first time you've seen this happen in fiction. That kind of thing exists now? It's been around for at least 1,000,000 years by now. Get with the times. Tara, honestly, your knowledge with games is pretty impressive and your ability to play the game, but for goodness sakes, your common sense knowledge is basically none. Last time I checked, I've never heard of anything like this. Both your cooking skills and your assumptions about real life scenarios is very, very warped. Alright, so maybe it was some weird kind of weird device I'd never seen before. Weird kind of device. Some kind of weird device. Can you blame me for wanting to try messing with it? Wait, there's no way this could be a game. It looks too real. That's why it's called a simulation. Simulation. Okay, I had to admit I had my doubts too. Everything looked as if it were really there. Hey, if you want proof, just try walking outside before us. And also, how on earth can the surveillance team record this experience? Okay, thanks. Two took a few cautious steps forward, then some more. It's like we're in our own time-space continuum. He smacked against some kind of invisible wall. There's the boundaries of the software. There's some kind of invisible wall here. It really is a video game, huh? Actually, that's the wall of the game's room. I thought this console would be like a deep dive sort of virtual reality video game too. But it seems like everything we do here is replicated in the real world. I bloody hope VTubers are not going to be the same thing where they just replace people in the real world. If that's the case, then I might as well just hang myself. Like, I'm sorry, but I could not get used to the fact of digitalized people walking around in a real life world scenario. It's like if people have lost their way of humanity recently. Walk too many steps in a certain way and smack! Doesn't that make this kind of useless? I guess if you're allergic to fun, you're kind of fun. The sound of the intercom played through a forest. Hey, can you guys hear me? Cat, we can hear you, what's up? You guys need to log out of that game right now. If you're in the game too long, it'll fry your brain. What? How? Why? Long story short, it's an experimental, how to say, game console that we had in storage. No idea how Tara found it though. The show is always trying to find new ways to kill me, isn't it? Exactly. How much time do we have? Before it fries your brain, I don't know, maybe a few minutes, maybe several hours, but it'll slowly sap your sanity the longer you're there. Well, at least in this simulation, we die of our own accord rather than being kidnapped and then put in some kind of creepy scientific lab where you, cat, are the ones deciding our destiny. Just log out already. We don't know how. We're brothers 5 and I looked around frantically, but there wasn't any way for us to log out. Oh, I don't think you guys can see the logout menu. I think it's an admin only kind of thing. For goodness sakes, Tara, you simply just... I don't know about you. If you can see it, Tara, then come on, log us out already. She cackled like a B-movie Mac. Something tells you that she didn't have much sanity to... sip. There's a fly on my screen. In the first place, exactly. But it'd be such a shame to leave such... Shut up, Tara. Let's play a game first. It just so happens that as an admin, I can change all of your avatars at will. Check this out. BAM! And... I look down to my hands, which have become tiny little white wings. I look down at my face, and I have a beak? I'm a bird. Oh God, what does she do to us? We're pigeons! Let me out! Yeah, we'll never become accountancies now. We're gonna die here. I think I've got... No. But Pigeons 5 ran around frantically like chickens with their heads cut off. Yeah, in this case, pigeons with their heads cut off. I can't blame them exactly. What the hell is this kind of simulation? Alert up to Terror, who seems like a giant compared to us now. Now, I'm sure you're wondering why I turned you all to birds. I guess you could say that. Are we all going to be enacted as angry birds? It's funny, Flare. Earlier you told me this whole show was like a dating sim, except that you were in the driving seat. Now the shoe is on the other foot. She cackled again like a wicked witch. Welcome to Pigeon Dating Simulator Battle Royale. You'll have to seduce me if you want to get out of here. Shut up, Terror. I don't want to do it. With each day that passes, I fear more of humanity's future. Indeed. 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 I'm speaking truthfully, by the way. And you wanted us to be pigeons of this? Do you have a fetish for pigeons, Terror? I mean, yeah, the ratio of human to pigeon visual novels is totally out of whack, man. I figured we should balance that out. I am trapped in a killer virtual reality game. I am also trapped on a killer dating show. To make matters worse, I am also trapped in the body of a pigeon. Now I need to seduce a woman with my avian charm. You can imagine the kind of stress I am under. Now, seduce me! One by one, the Pigeons 5 fired pick-up line after pick-up line at Terror, but to no avail. Come on, move those wings like you mean it. I tried my hand at a few too, but it was clear they had no effect. I can't imagine that being a pigeon helped with that in any way. Let's try one more. How about... Gosh, you're more ditching than quack. You looking so fly? Like, what do we even say here? I think all of these in some way are kind of insults. Damn girl, you hoot. With my will to live at an all-time low, and the game went dark. And then, a moment later, we were back in the games room. What? We're back? Thank God. I've got fingers, I can write, I can fill out a balance sheet. Oh, just when it was getting good. Wait, is something burning? The game console had smoke coming out of it. Guess it's toast. What happened? My mind's all foggy. Shut up, Terror. You okay, Terror? I'm gonna take a nap. She jumped on the couch and within seconds was fast asleep. We both was 5 and I decided it would be best to never talk about this again. Exactly. Just clear it out of our memories. For goodness sakes. Maybe because we're in not the first cycle or the second cycle in this case, it's going to be the case that there are going to be more things in this game that are going to be distorted. For example, the software inside the software of the game. Hey there, Flick, hold on a minute. Thanks, let me just make sure Yuri or Terra see me come in here. Fan some flames. Sharp cat. Sorry, what? Cat looked around, smiled, then went into my room. I followed suit. Thanks. First, the good news. Thanks to my plan, we got enough ratings to avoid early canning. And what's the bad news then? Because you say the good news, so that must mean there's bad news in tow. People loved it when you and Yuri were the main ship, but loved it even more after Terra kicked off this competition. I'm glad to hear I get to live another day. For now at least, but that can change on a dime. Yeah, we know, Cat, so keep it up. Thanks. Also, I'm curious how you're feeling about Yuri and Terra. Between those two, do you have a favourite? That's a no. Wait a minute, those two are out of order. It should go alphabetically. I think I have a better connection with Yuri right now. It's Yuri, you know. It's pretty self-explanatory. She's the best. I had a feeling you'd say that, and you're right to say that. Well, we'll see how things go with Yuri. Something tells me you'll get a chance to hang out with her again soon. Thanks. Anyway, that's it for today. Keep it up, and who knows, you might just be the first one to make it out here. No, we're not. We didn't the first time, and we didn't the second time. Night, Flare. Thanks. Good night, Cat. I know what's going to happen. For goodness sake, she left my room and closed the door behind her. The surveillance team can't keep an eye on the island 24 hours a day. And also, would they have the best kind of technology so it's always like thermal, so you can see in the dark? I guess it's time to turn in for the night. I wonder if I can have one of those Harry Potter invisible cloaks. So I can make myself invisible. and escape the island that way. And I also have a very long snorkel so I can act as a submarine while I swim away. Sometimes the most precious moments are the most mundane. It's just the two of us spending the evening together in the games room. I'm reading a book and at the same time watching her rage against an opportunity in a fighting game. It's fun to watch her savour each victory or explode with profanity when she loses. I wonder if, in the first cycle, Cat is the combination of all the 5 characters. Life is good. It's time like these where you wish life could always be this simple. Indeed, the simple times are the best times because you don't have to worry about any complications or anything like that. Sometimes in those moments people wish for more excitement, for fame, for fortune, for anything but the ordinary. Nah, I like the ordinary. But also I like both. But all I want is to be ordinary with you. Excuse me? What do we do wrong? I love this woman so much. So why the hell did you say that to me? And all 5 of these again, we kicked off our morning with a delicious meal made by Violet. So tell us more about your dream, Tara. I don't really remember much, but I was in a video game and I was getting hit on by a lot of pigeons that you, as the admin, orchestrated. How am I supposed to respond to that exactly? There's no need to respond to that. The only good response to a statement like that is no response. And not saying no response, but by literally giving no response. What if it was a sign? Well, that Tara loves pigeons. I'm sorry, what? It was a dream, nothing more. I don't see how. Ali had a devilish grin on her face. I think it is a sign, Tara. It's a sign that you should try making video games. The world needs more pigeon dating sims. Thanks, you're right. So here is one which we call the turtle dove. Here's another one called the wood pigeon. And then the most common one of them all, which we ignore, is called the feral pigeon. They're all feral and wild. And stuff like that. There's no time to waste. Her ran off and oh my, are you certain that was a good idea to spur her on? Of course. Seriously, what's the worst that could happen? Death. I felt a chill run down my spine, exactly. Right, oh my god, there's so many flies in my room at the moment. I found Cat in the same place she found me yesterday. Are you drunk yet? Morning, Flare, it's time to decide who's your last soulmate candidate. Oh man, I'm gonna make a killing for today's bet with 4. What? The poor guy. He doesn't know you've been rigging the show? What he doesn't know can't hurt him. Anyway, after you make your choice, it will be just between the 3 soul candidates from here on out. Oh, wait, just a second. What does... I thought somebody would ask, so let me explain. If you don't get chosen, we'll make the rest of this show a tropical getaway for you. You'll still be able to see the other girls and live in a mansion, so really it's no big deal. Tara does a little fish bump. These are drastically different. So without further ado, Flare, who's the last unlucky girl? I'd like to spend some time today with... Is there anything that is below Ali or above Ali? Not that I don't want to spend time with Ali, but I wonder if there's any hidden options. I played a game once called Sound is Toxic, and I think there were hidden options which you can select in the game. Like Ali. Ali. We'll make it happen, thanks. Not like I had a bloody choice in all this. Let's get the cameras rolling, people. We're in for a bumpy ride. Now be a dear and give us a minute to set up the scene. Why did I have a question mark at the end? Like you're questioning all of this. How I let Annie talk me into this, I'll never know. You sure this is a good idea to run all this way? There's only one way to find out, isn't there? Annie grabbed my hand and pulled me towards the slope of the hill. Relax, Flare. What's the worst that could happen? I don't know. Losing my life? Well, I could... Thanks. All I needed to know. Would it be too much to ask to be on a TV show that didn't end up with me dead exactly? Don't worry, I've got you... No, you didn't. Oh, sheesh! I slipped on her rollerblades, putting me down the hill with her. I tried to step back up on reflex, but it was all I could do to stand up with the rollerblades. Oh, we started rolling down the hill faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. I said that too many times. And it was rolling down the hill backwards at full speed. I could see panic in her eyes. Any time with Ali is a guaranteed near-death experience. I couldn't figure out how to stop. We were going faster and faster. Because that's called gravity. I screamed. Ali laughed and pointed at me. Gosh, your face is priceless. I love it. This was on purpose, wasn't it? Ali turned around effortlessly and somehow glided next to me, without ever having let go of my hand. Our breakneck pace became slower and slower as she steered us back and forth repeatedly. Before I knew it, we were gliding down the road smoothly. The wind felt so nice. And here we are, jogging to our destinies. Now you've got the hang of it. Are you sure we've got the hang of it? Or is that you giving us some false confidence? You've got a funny way of teaching. The best way to teach a bird to fly is throwing it off a cliff, no? No, because that's how they die, because they can't fly. Not unless you teach them how to fly step by step. Or in this case, flap by flap. That's definitely a way of looking at it. Don't worry about it. You weren't even in danger. Yeah, right. Have you been rollerblading for a long time? That's why we shouldn't trust this gal. I just learned how to today. What was that about never being in danger? Sheesh. You're quite the Daredevil, aren't you? Bugs keep flying on my screen, and that was the fourth one I've splattered in this episode. She laughed as she slapped me on the back. You know, you're a pretty quick learner. Am I? Or am I just doing this in sheer desperation for me to survive another day? You picked up rollerblading almost as fast as I did. Well, I've got a pretty great teacher. It's a lot of fun hanging out with you, Ali. Shucks, I feel the same way, Flare. It's great to be around someone willing to go on an adventure. It's more like forced to go on an adventure. The world's gone crazy. Nice way of putting it. You might as well be around people that make life worth living. I couldn't say it better myself. You know, I bet you can't skate backwards. Ali reversed and started skating backwards as if to taunt me. Oh, why's that? I just think it's a bit too scary for a person who screams when they start going down a little bump. You call Mount Everest a little bump? Flare and I can't handle a little bump. Help me! Come on, it was a hill. Yeah. I felt a fire light inside me. Bring it on, Ali. Oh, are you sure? Did I stutter? No, there comes a time in every person's life where we know we're taking a stupid bet, but do it anyway, because that's how we learn as people. We do daredevil things. With the power of misplaced confidence and adrenaline, I jumped high into the air. And did a 360 rotation. Wait, what? Am I spinning or is the world spinning? I'm not sure. You're spinning. Actually, they're both spinning because the world is constantly spinning. That's how we get day and night. Then it dawned on me. And I hit something. Oh gosh, this again. No, I won't let you kill Flare. What? You're going to wish we had. What the hell? You're up. You okay, Flare? Try not to move. You're a little banged up right now, but you'll be just fine in no time, thanks. Can I treat your injuries? Pretty well if I do say so myself. What happened? You, well, skated backwards. We're defining skating quite liberally, huh? How'd I get here? I carried you here. Oh man, my head. Take it easy, it's only been a few hours since you KO'd yourself. Well, it's sort of my fault, but I made you some food. It should help you get your strength back up quick. Thanks, Ali. That's really nice of you. After my injury, don't expect something that Violet would make. Okay. All I can promise is that the food is probably healthier than my last suggestion before you knocked yourself out. Is this food going to knock ourselves out? I'll take my chances. I took a bite of the food cautiously. God, I'm dying. For a moment, Annie was wide-eyed with shock and horror. I'm just messing with you. The food's delicious. Thanks, Ali. I just figured I'd get a little bit of payback. You know, no one forced you to jump. She laughed and slapped me on the shoulder, then ran her hand through my hair and scratched it. I found myself smiling and admiring the blue of her eyes, even though her eyes were closed as she said that. I'm looking forward to our next adventure, Flare. Thanks, but promise to not be too stupid again, okay? And could you promise not to be too much of a daredevil next time? I'll try my best, but people can't help but do stupid things to impress a pretty girl. I guess impressed is what we'll call it. We spent the rest of the day making fun of each other of how stupid we were being. Somehow, someway, Ali could take the ordinary and turn it into extraordinary, into an adventure. I was laughing so hard I could barely feel any pain whatsoever. Before I knew it was night time. Lovely. So, after today's date, I went out for a short walk outside the mansion. Oh, hi Cat. I don't want any association with you ever again. Hey Cat, what's up? Let's not waste any time. I gotta get back to editing. You know what I want to hear. Shut up, Cat. I know you is your favourite till now, but maybe Ali has shaked things up a bit. Who is number one now? Shut up. It is definitely Yuri. Yuri is still my number one. I've been counting for days till I can see her again, and I know it's going to be worth the wait. Damn, that's definitely going to go in the broadcast. I couldn't write that much cheese if I tried. I've got some good news for you then. My plan was a success. Having 3 soulmate candidates have worked magic for our ratings. Which of course means the show will go on. That's awesome. So, I'm safe now? No. Just for now. Though we're not out of the woods just yet, we need to make sure the next stretch of the show rates even higher. It's time for phase 2. Over the next 3 days, you'll go a second date with each of Yuri, Terra, and Ali. Just imagine how much higher our ratings would be if our viewers got to see even more of their favourites fall in love. Thanks. Just imagine that sweet ad revenue rolling in. Something I don't get as a YouTuber because ad revenue is impossible for my channel because YouTube just denied it on day one without giving me a specific reason whatsoever. And also as well, ad revenue is only favoured of YouTubers who are in America because of America, or the US, tax policies. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Sound good to you? Shut up, Cat. Sounds like a plan to... No, it's not a plan to you. You should be mortified. Getting profited because your death is imminent. Good, that's what I like to hear. Tomorrow morning I'll be asking you who you want to have your first second date with. Put some thought into that. Sometimes the order of content is just as important as the content itself for ratings. Thanks. Woody. Thanks, Cat. No biggie. I've got to get back to work, so I'll see you later. Night. I waved goodbye to her as she walked away from the mansion. Guess it's time to turn in for the night. Let's see what nightmare we have from the previous cycle this time. We boarded a boat and went on a course around the island. Cruise around the island. I love the way the wind feels. Why is that? Feels like freedom. Can't get enough of it. No cameras, no people, nothing to stop me from... She pulled me close and kissed me on the lips. For a moment time stopped, and we were the only 2 people that existed. Doing what I want. I smiled. I'm pretty sure we don't need to be all the way out here just for a kiss. I guess you're right. After all, it's hotter if people are watching. That's some kind of specific kink out of all that. You know, kissing and a lot of people are looking at you and you somehow feel aroused by it. We laughed together as we cruised along till the sun went down. The world was ours. The sound of waves getting louder and louder, threatening to pull me back into reality. Will I know you before I'm taken under? Not sure. But one thing for certain is, we have woken up. Oh my gosh, I heard what happened yesterday. Are you okay? No worries, I'm good. Thanks, Yuri. I'm so relieved. Thanks. Should you not be resting after yesterday? Nah, no need. I've only got a few scrapes and bruises. Nothing's gonna stop this individual from dating their girl of their dreams. Which unfortunately has been cut out from our initial set because we can't date that person for some odd reason. I'm surprised that both of you aren't dead after what you pulled. Oh, thanks. Believe me too. Wait, what? I mean, no worries, Scarlet. I've been rollerblading for longer than most people ever have. You said you just started yesterday, so what the hell? Technically, that's probably true, but you should teach us how to rollerblade, Ali. Thanks. It seems like it'd be fun. You sure, Tara? I feel like that might not be a good idea. What's the worst that could happen? I don't know, being injured? I like your attitude, girl. Come on, let's hit the road. Ali grabbed Tara's hand and pulled her away. Nice. Some time later. Hey Tara, how was skating? Oh dear. There's no words. Oh my gosh, manual labor for the first time. I think Ali broke Tara. Scarlet waved her hands frantically in front of Tara's face as if to check if anyone was still in there. Lights are on but no one's home. Tara, you in there? Hey Tara, the internet's back. I guess nobody's home. Exactly. Is there a medic on the island? Luckily Tara was fine. After that resolved, we spent the rest of the morning playing video games as therapy for Tara. Believe me, if saying to Tara that internet is back didn't work as a remedy, then nothing will work. She still doesn't remember a thing about what happened. What did you see, Tara? I guess we'll never know. Oh dear. Morning, Flare. Thanks, Cap. Shut up. Congrats, you've made it to the 4th day. You're not hungover. And you've become the first person, not 1, not 2, but 3 soulmate candidates. Who would have thought? Granted, soulmate candidates don't really exist, but hey, we'll edit that part out. Sharp Cat. You should be really, really proud of your Sharp Cat. I can't tell if you're being serious or not. I'll leave that for you to get, Sharp Cat. Anyway, between your 3 lucky romantic interests, Yuri, Tara, and Ali, who do you want to spend a day with? Well, we're going to pick Yuri, and we're going to pick this up in the next time around, folks, so thank you so much for watching. I still am a bit bamboozled towards the events that are transpiring in this particular simulation of the game. What is going on really in this game, and why have we reverted back to day 1 and then now on to day 4? Also as well, the episodes are not logging in, so where it went to episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those aren't popping up anymore. We're not getting that red and black screen with a TV on it that presents the episode and the episode name. Coincidence? I think not. This is definitely a different cycle in its own way, and the dialogue is a bit different here and there, but I think as we're going through time more, the dialogue is definitely different. Thank you so much for watching. See you the next time of Finding Love or Dying Trying, sorry. Dying Trying. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves.